Hello everybody, welcome to a new video on this channel. Today I'm doing something a little different. Doing Ages of Conflict. Now this is a game I've had for a little bit. And it's a game I've been playing fairly regularly. This game just got an update like earlier today, maybe yesterday. Sometime between yesterday and today. Um I just want to say I haven't played this update, so this is kind of a test video partially. So there's some new stuff related to the game that I think is pretty interesting. So, first and foremostly, I do want to explain something that I don't really play this mode much anymore. I don't really play stuff like this, um, where it's just a map and the game just goes. Uh, I like designing my own maps now to a degree, where it's still like based on like the world map, but I select the countries. But yeah, so here's the rules. Here's the rules, chat. So the rules are simple. I'm going to leave revolutions on. This is how I'm gonna have my revolutions and stuff. Let me see. I'm pretty sure that's all the same. So yeah. What is classic damage? More longer straight lines, less horizontal, more fuzzy line. I think Manhattan is better. But yes, I'm doing this rule set. I'm not gonna allow unifications just because it's kind of annoying to work with. Um, and also because I like renaming nations that unite into one. I'm not doing looping map. I'm also not even going to touch this. So this is the way it will work. This is how it's going to measure up. I like doing progressive because random just is too and progressive makes the game linear. Once there's 15 states, right now I'm calling them states, then once there's 15, I'm just going to or not alliances, revolts will go off. I'm not touching alliances. Revolts will go off when there's 15. Um Also, max alliance size is 12 just because it allows for bigger alliances. Although I might reduce it to like 10. It depends. It depends how hectic I want this to be. But yeah, that's just the way I'm making that. When Washington, D.C., when this little guy, when he collapses, I'm no longer considering each individual place a state. I'm considering them all their own individual countries. Now that we've gotten that out of the way, this is pretty interesting. I'm going to be using this. Now that all that's out of the way, let us begin. I'm also, to make the game less chaotic, the game will run at 0.5 times. We already have, oh damn, we have Ohio and West Virginia, Iowa, Illinois, Kansas, Nebraska. Damn. Oh, South Dakota is wanting Iowa. Watch out, Sam Colby. South Dakota wants that Farrar Elementary School. Oh, damn. West Virginia beat Ohio there. That's crazy. Would have never expected that. Nebraska is beating Kansas, who has run out of money. Kansas has fallen. It's the first state to fall. Nebraska and Oklahoma will then. Oh, Iowa. Iowa's out of the game. Yikes. Tennessee is eating away at Mississippi. So far, Nebraska has the worst border. Kentucky goes to war with Illinois and Indiana. It looks like there's a lot of alliances that formed that I just haven't been noticing. Let's look at the alliance. Oh, Jesus. They're all separate. Okay, they're not all separate alliances, but they're like these two are so close in shades of red. That's because Alabama and Missouri are basically the same color of red, if not the exact same. And then these three are together, New Mexico and Utah. Fair. By the way, if you're wondering what this is that I can't even click on, you might even hear my mouse clicking. Those are mountains. For some reason, countries cannot own mountains in this game. I don't know why. It beats me, but yeah. I say countries, but right now they are currently states. I wonder, hold on. I'm going to check. Is this little guy? He's not in an alliance. How are you still alive, my man? That's insane to me. Wow. Oh, Mississippi was conquered by Tennessee, and I missed it. Minnesota in Wisconsin. What's the war map looking like? That makes sense. Looks like Louisiana is about to get taken. Yep, Louisiana was conquered by Tennessee. Kentucky is, like, growing. Kentucky grew. Jesus. Alright, District of Columbia finally joined an alliance. If I had to assume it's in there. It's with these guys. Richmond Coalition, yep. Georgia and Florida joined an alliance. Well, that's risky. These two are in an alliance. That's good. I haven't even opened actions because I don't plan on doing anything with countries. Well, states this time. They're not countries yet. North Carolina, South Carolina. That's the first time I've ever played this game and those two have joined an alliance. They usually fight. Ooh. California joined Carson City Pact. Nice. It looks like this is really chaotic over here. We have so many wars just happening right here. This is insane. Kentucky is just getting eaten. It's getting eaten alive right now. I think Georgia actually lost a bit of land to South Carolina there. Oh, Illinois! Kentucky is making its comeback, maybe? Yeah, it seems like it. Ooh. It's disgusting looking, but Illinois is conquered by Wisconsin. Got no puppets quite yet. Seems like North Carolina goes to war with Virginia, and Missouri was conquered by Wisconsin. Yeah, this is border gore if I've ever seen it. The West has done, like, nothing all game, as it usually does. Tennessee is going to war with Texas here. We've got a lot. We got quite a bit going on. Georgia is being demolished by South Carolina. Alabama is getting eaten by Tennessee. Texas is getting eaten by Tennessee. Oh, Kentucky is being forced out of the game. I think it's Kentucky's time to go. Oh, man. That's so sad for them. Kentucky's out of the game. We have a massive alliance between these guys. but Arkansas is like completely surrounded. That's not good. Ooh, yeah. Alabama's going to war with Tennessee. It's beating Tennessee, but the problem is Tennessee's beating Texas, so. Oh, and it's beating it badly. Georgia was conquered by Tennessee. I don't know if I said that already. Florida seems to not really be doing anything. It hasn't done anything, I don't believe. Yeah, we're going strong. We're going strong. Idaho joined Carson City Pact. Oh, Utah's actually doing shit. Holy. I didn't actually expect that. Wisconsin and Michigan are going to war, and it looks like Michigan is winning. Oh, it's also at war with Minnesota. It looks like it's winning. Virginia was conquered by North Carolina. Texas was conquered by New Mexico. This is insane. I'm going to be honest, I've never played a United States map and Tennessee get this big. And no revolutions have happened. I have revolutions on. They're just not happening yet. It would appear that revolutions have been nerfed in some way. Colorado became a puppet state of Nebraska. First puppet state of the game. Nice. Just not nice for Colorado. Looks like Wisconsin, Minnesota, and South Dakota have gone to war with Nebraska. It doesn't seem like it's beating Wisconsin. It does look like it's beating Minnesota. It's losing to South Dakota. It may end up going to Minnesota. I don't think it's going to survive, though. Oh, Minnesota was conquered by Nebraska. And Nebraska has been split into two. I believe we still have the District of Columbia here. Let's check. Yep, that we do. It actually grew in size. So every state is still a united state. So we're still going strong in the U.S. in this map. Usually that doesn't happen. D.C. usually gets conquered pretty easily here. So yeah. Not many revolutions are happening here, which is wild to me. It usually happens, like, constantly. I'd at least have, like, 3 revolutions on the board by now. Damn. Seems like revolutions have been nerfed quite a bit. Huh. Actually, I don't even see revolution chance anymore. Maybe it's just not a chance. Maybe it's just purely random. Okay, cool. I'm completely fine with that. New Hampshire was conquered by Vermont. Let's look at wars map. We got over here Maryland going to war with Pennsylvania, West Virginia, maybe West Virginia? No, just Pennsylvania. West Virginia and West Virginia, Ohio versus Pennsylvania, though. Oh shit, something started up here where we got Rhode Island taking Massachusetts. Damn! That's crazy. Over here we got Nebraska, Oklahoma, and Wyoming versus Colorado. Colorado is, I believe, beating Oklahoma and Wyoming. But it is definitely losing to Nebraska, which means it probably will not be released. West Virginia seems to be demolishing Pennsylvania here, which is absolutely fair. I guess. To be honest with you, I didn't expect any of this because Tennessee is usually out of the game by now. Florida and Alabama are taking South Carolina with ease. Yeah, this is a very different game than I've ever played on a United States map. To be fair, the United States map has always been, at least to me, very simple and easy to understand. And linear. But South Carolina was conquered by Florida. Pennsylvania was conquered by Maryland. New Jersey was conquered by Maryland. Yeah, this is a very unusual game where South Carolina was conquered by Florida. Florida usually doesn't conquer anything. Looks like Oklahoma is at war with New Mexico. New Mexico is at war with Tennessee. So Oklahoma and Tennessee versus New Mexico. New Mexico is losing to Oklahoma, but it is beating Tennessee. By the way, another thing that I forgot to mention probably. If there's a North and a South, or Virginia, for example, I forgot to do this when Virginia got taken out of the game. This will be renamed to just Virginia. If Virginia revolts, depending on where that is, I will rename both of them. That way we have two different Virginias on the map. North Carolina will be renamed to Carolina. As for South and North Dakota, they will be named to just Dakota. Colorado joined Utah Commonwealth. That means it is no longer a puppet. Yep. Damn. As it would appear, Colorado is going to war with Wyoming. Utah and Colorado versus Wyoming. This is the only war that's happening right now. I stand corrected. Yikes! Nebraska was conquered by Wisconsin. Did we all see this coming? Am I the only one? Wisconsin is currently at war with Oklahoma, Arkansas, Tennessee, and Indiana all at the same time. Oh, wait, it's also at war with Michigan and North Dakota, and it is blitzing through all of these places. Besides, okay. Nebraska chooses to come back in fucking Arkansas? Okay. Whatever. Here's the rule of revolutions. I am giving them $1,000 plus to come back. Now, I do want to say that just because I am bringing it back and buffing it doesn't mean it'll be in an alliance. I'm not putting it in alliances, but I am bringing it back. I'm going to turn off actions. So it is now going to be protected completely. There we go. Ooh, wait. Was it Michigan that was fighting North Dakota? Oh, it was. It was Michigan fighting North Dakota. Interesting. Indiana versus Ohio and Michigan. Let's see how this goes. Because even if Michigan gets taken right here, it still has this and this. But Ohio has nothing, so it's gotta win this. It's actually winning. That's the insane thing. I think Ohio is beating Indiana here, or at least they're evenly matched. Nebraska joins Indiana, actually. It is interesting. So let's look at the alliances here. We got a lot, quite a bit actually. Right now it's been pretty quiet with these guys here. Been pretty quiet. Carolina hasn't really gotten any action in a little bit. We got Wyoming all the way down through here and over here. Not much has happened. Not at least not over here. Not much. It looks like Indiana is going to be taken out by Ohio, which means Ohio actually gained part of Michigan's territory, even though they're allied. Which is pretty wild. Could give that back to Michigan, but I don't feel like it. So, it looks like South Dakota has gone to war with Colorado. Idaho and Wyoming are in a war. Yes, they are. They are fighting each other. And Colorado and South Dakota are in a war. Michigan goes to war with North Carolina and Wisconsin yet again. This time, it is losing all of its land to Wisconsin here. It is losing quite a bit. It looks like Ohio did not want to get in this conflict with Wisconsin. Which is pretty alright and understandable. Colorado becomes a puppet state of South Dakota. This is its second time being a puppet state. Last time it came out, and it came out strong. As it appeared, Colorado is going to war with Wyoming and Oklahoma. South Dakota has also joined this war. Looks like Michigan is pushing back Wisconsin and North Dakota. As it would appear, North Dakota is split into two. And Michigan is fucking horrible looking. As it would appear, Oklahoma might be beating out Colorado here. And that is Colorado being conquered by Wyoming. Not Oklahoma, like I had expected. Which is fairly unfortunate. Colorado fought a good fight. It would appear Michigan is back at war with North Dakota, but it is also at war with South Dakota and Wisconsin. It is losing the Wisconsin battle. It is losing the South Dakota battle, but it would appear that it is also still beating out North Dakota. Which is unfortunate for North Dakota, that it is just not getting the same glory that South is. Looks like New Mexico is at war with South Dakota by itself, and it seems like it is winning. This is insane map we got here. Got Tennessee being pretty much the main powerhouse at the beginning, but now it seems like South Dakota and Wisconsin have taken up that name. I mean, at least we still got Detroit. Detroit's still existing, am I right, fellas? Wait, there might be a turnaround here. Michigan is eating away at Wisconsin. That is because Wisconsin had an economy crash. And let's just say Michigan's still going out strong. North and South Dakota are not doing so well against Michigan here. And Michigan is going all the way to the capital of Wisconsin. Wisconsin is being forced to move their capital That's 3 revolutions at once. We got Michigan revolting with the St. Paul. Actually, all of these guys are different. They're not even states. They're just cities. It's wild. This doesn't have a flag. So I'm not going to be drawing one because I don't actually. Afghanistan. Let's just say these probably are all real countries. So here's what we're gonna do. I haven't gotten to this part. We're gonna make it a flag from different countries every single time. We're gonna start with Costa Rica. Confirm. Did it not actually... Wait. Can I actually do that? I have to click apply. Alright. We're going to start with Costa Rica and St. Paul. That just sounds so fun. Wow. Actually, they have a lot of money. Maybe I don't have to give them money. I just have to give them protection. Alright. We'll start them with whatever money they have. Unless it's below 1,000. Then I'll give them 1,000. We're going to rename St. Paul to the St. Paul Union. As it is a single city becoming a union. I'm not renaming them to actual country names. That is not my place. However, Lincoln will have a flag. We're going to give it, this one is Taiwan now. Oh, shit. Yeah, I know. You need a buff. You need to stay. And we're going to rename this to the Lincoln Union because it is a union. It is unionizing against a already... union. Ignore that. Let's give this man this one. It is now Ghana. And we're gonna give it the union name as well. Also, it needs to actually have protection and money. Jesus. All right, there we go. We now have 33 nations on the map. These revolutions forced the war to end between Michigan, North Dakota, South Dakota, and Wisconsin. Michigan lost quite a bit of land, but it's okay. It is still gained from this experience. Wyoming is going... The problem I had with revolutions is starting to arise, as you may notice. So, all of those aren't even fucking none of those are even states. Kentucky could have come back, but no. We're gonna say Des Moines. You get to stay. Let's make your flag eeny, meeny, miny, you. Nauru. I'm gonna just assume that's how you pronounce that. Welcome. You guys are already decided, so I'm pretty sure these two. Okay. Here's what we're gonna do for these two. I'm gonna make this annexation of Frankfurt, and Louisville will come back, and we'll make it this one, Maldives, and rename this to the Louisville Union. And it's already protected. We're good. Oh, I need to rename you to the Des Moines Union as well. And we'll bring Nashville. Some glory. Now about... That's just all the way at the top. Let's put it right here. We're going to give you Brazil. I did not apply Brazil. You get Brazil. And And we'll rename you to the Nashville Union. We're to start with that. Who's at war right now? Vermont became a puppet state of Maine. They are now their own countries. As District of Columbia has fallen to Virginia. Wyoming and Idaho seem to be at war yet again, with Des Moines Union taking over what is left of Wisconsin. It would appear that Virginia is eating all of Maryland as well. This is a huge yikes for Maryland, as it has been conquered by Virginia. Louisville Union joined Florida's league. Let's look at the alliances here. Quite a bit of alliances here. We got a lot of people just not allied up here. Just a few. We got these two guys that aren't allied with anyone, but all of these guys are in an alliance. Let me just... here we go. We got a lot of people in an alliance. Des Moines Union was conquered by Lincoln Union. That is depressing, because it was beating Wisconsin. Wisconsin's reign of terror was about to end. Lincoln Union does appear to be part of all that. Wow. We got pretty big alliances here. We got some major alliances here. Virginia is eating New York. This piece of New York is probably going to Connecticut, if we're being completely honest. St. Paul Union joined the Treaty of Pierre. Nice. So that puts probably the entire map at an alliance besides these four guys up here. Well, you can't be in an alliance. So that's a little depressing on your end. Louisville Union was conquered by Tennessee. Wow. Wow, that's sad. Tennessee appears to be yoinking Alabama, but it is losing to Florida. New York was conquered by Virginia. Finally, Alabama was conquered by Tennessee, leaving Florida, I believe, without any allies. Vermont was conquered by Maine. Didn't see that. Let's look at the war map. We got Ohio versus Nashville Union in Tennessee. We got Michigan versus St. Paul Union, South Dakota, and Wisconsin. And we've got Tennessee versus Ohio and New Mexico, along with Oklahoma and Wyoming versus New Mexico. This is a massive war we got going on here between multiple different countries. I'm saying countries legitimately this time because District of Columbia has fallen to Virginia. It's kind of wild to say. Ohio is getting yeeted out of existence by Tennessee. Very depressing day for Ohio. I think that's the only war going on right now, is just this one. And Nashville Union can't really do anything. So they're just losing money for no reason. Let's see who has a good economy right now. Not North Dakota. Washington seems to be pretty mid-economy. And all of these guys' economies are not doing great because they're at war. Ohio has become a puppet state of Tennessee. Michigan goes back to war with Wisconsin, and the St. Paul Union might have gone to war with South Dakota. It did. Wyoming and Idaho continue this rivalry of not being able to agree with each other. It would appear Michigan is being pushed out of this part of I would say the United States, but it's not even the United States anymore. They're all divided. Michigan is getting pushed out of the region that St. Paul Union and Wisconsin take up. This is very upsetting to see, but at the same time, Michigan is losing land that it honestly shouldn't have had to begin with. Ohio decides it is time for it to go to war with Wisconsin, a war that it will not be winning. I refuse to believe it will win. You cannot make me that it will be. You will not make me believe that it'll win. Louisville Union comes back for round 2. It requires protection. Michigan became a puppet state of South Dakota. Maine became a puppet state of Virginia. This is quite wild. Wild gameplay. Virginia has joined the Treaty of Pierre, putting it along with these guys. I'd honestly consider them the bad guys. Fitting. Nevada abandoned Nevada's league. Cool. Interesting. Louisville Union. How? I gave you protection, buddy. At that point, you deserve to die. Okay, that's horrible to say. Hold on. What just happened? Hold on, let me read this. South Dakota sees Detroit from their puppet Michigan. Michigan is revolted against their master South Dakota. Idaho joins Utah's Union. Ohio revolts against their master Tennessee. That doesn't matter. Louisville Union was conquered by Ohio. Revolt in Tennessee. Alabama. There we go. We're going to bring Alabama back up. Ohio is going at war with Tennessee. They are both pretty equal in power. Tennessee, Oklahoma, and Wyoming are against New Mexico. Tennessee has released their puppet, Ohio. Michigan was conquered by South Dakota. This border fucking sucks. Ohio now shares a border. Oh, fucking Christ. Ohio now shares a border with not only St. Paul Union, but South Dakota. This is disgusting. This is horrible, even. I would argue that's pretty bad. South Dakota has officially split itself up into 2. Let's look at the war map. A lot's going on over here. We got Oregon, California, and Arizona versus Nevada and Idaho. And then we have South Dakota and Montana versus Wyoming and Oklahoma. And then we have Virginia taking Maine. So, yep. Virginia seized Montpelier from Maine. And then Maine revolted. But they lost. Let's look at this alliance map. As it would appear, Alabama, Florida, Carolina, Connecticut, and Rhode Island have no allies, but have existed since 2025. So, what do we got here? Same wars going on over here, still. Just looks like Nevada and Idaho are winning. They're beating Oregon, California, but not Arizona. Arizona seems to be beating both of them. Well, at least it's beating Nevada. Maine revolted against their master, Virginia, and it is not looking good for them. The entire land's economy is fucked. Except Utah. No, I mean, it's still pretty bad, but except Utah. Montana has withdrawn from the war between all of these fuckers. We have South Dakota, Lincoln Union, Wisconsin versus Topeka Union, Oklahoma, and Wyoming. The wild thing that this is technically at war, this little fucking thing, part of Michigan, yeah, wild. And Nebraska was conquered by Wisconsin yet again. That was the quickest defeat I've ever seen in history. We have Wisconsin going to war with Topeka Union. Jesus Christ. It's going to war with Topeka Union, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Nashville Union, and then it makes peace. As I'm fucking saying all that. We have a lot of alliances throughout here. We have one big alliance throughout all here. Another big alliance from fucking here to here. And Ohio actually joined this alliance. Ohio, you can't join the bad guys. To be fair, if they win, I guess they're the good guys, but I don't know. Rhode Island has joined Little Rock Coalition. Buddy, I don't know if that was a good idea. As it immediately goes to war with only Connecticut. That's the war that's going on right. Nevada was conquered by California. Fuck if I know how. Goddamn. Arizona goes to war with Utah. Wait. Utah and New Mexico. As Rhode Island demolishes Connecticut. Connecticut has been demolished by Rhode Island. Rhode Island is somehow really massive. Topeka Union was conquered by South Dakota. This is pretty wild. Tennessee goes to war with Alabama. Let's see what happens there. Arizona is still fighting off New Mexico, and it seems like it's an even match-ish. But Utah is not beating Arizona. Virginia released their puppet, Maine. I don't know why they did that, but they did that. Seems like after those big revolutions, no revolutions have really happened. Maybe revolutions have been nerfed. Alabama became a puppet state of Tennessee. Okay, I mean, I kind of expected that. Literally nothing happened here. I think all of these guys were about evenly matched, so nothing really changed. It's just Arizona versus Utah and New Mexico. And Arizona's winning. So, yeah, that just stopped with New Mexico going to war with Wyoming, Oklahoma, and Tennessee. Oh my. Oklahoma, Arkansas, Tennessee, Nashville have gone to war with Wisconsin and Ohio at the same time. This is a major war. A major war in the Americas. I mean, I guess it's technically the Americas. It's a huge war. We got 25 countries going at it. Not really 25, but we got pretty much almost a massive world war here. Oklahoma was conquered by Wisconsin, which we've seen the aura of this map. That surprises nobody. This is pretty insane. Pretty insane stuff we got here. The fact that Tennessee took over Texas is just wild to me. With Virginia versus Carolina, this is hectic stuff we got going on. Seems like they're both evenly matched. Don't really think much is gonna come out of that. Alabama versus Tennessee yet again. Alabama, you are not winning that. Yeah, you are just simply not winning that. They have you economically beat, power beat. You're not winning that. They own Texas, man. You weren't ever going to win. That was a bad play on Alabama's part. Jesus. Alabama was conquered by Tennessee. Once again, we have Florida just not doing shit. Oh shit! Phoenix Syndicate was disbanded. Pretty big war. We got Oregon and Idaho versus California. Oregon joined Salt Lake City Syndicate, putting it in this kind of alliance that's cutting pretty much that old alliance in half. Completely. Carolina and Florida joined Order of Little Rock. We got something really going on here. It would appear that there's only 4 countries left on the map with absolutely no alliance to anybody. And Arizona is going to war with 3 countries at once. New Mexico, Utah, and Idaho. Of course, Tennessee and Wyoming go to war with New Mexico. But Wyoming also joins the war between Utah, Idaho, and Arizona. So now we got a major war between 2 factions going on here. And then Utah becomes a puppet state of Tennessee, which is ironic because they share no land. But then Tennessee opts out of that war just for a little bit to go to war with Wisconsin. We currently have Tennessee, Arkansas, Nashville Union versus Wisconsin. And Wisconsin appears to be winning. A complete landslide against everyone besides Arkansas here. Which is not looking good for everybody in the South here. Wisconsin went from a northern state to a central southern state quite fast. And even then, it's not even a state, it's a country. Was a state that turned into a country when District of Columbia fell. I will let everyone believe what they want to believe on what type of government each individual state would have held if it all fell apart. We're seeing some pushback. Tennessee is pushing Wisconsin out. Seems like Arkansas is actually giving Wisconsin a push. I don't know about Nashville Union though. That seems like it's still falling. And this is the only major war going on here. Frankfurt has thrown an entire wrench everybody's plans. Frankfurt, you get to stay this time as your own thing. Let's give you this one. Bulgaria. Welcome to the team, Bulgaria. We'll put you with everybody else. Frankfurt Union. I have no idea why it's lowercase. I'm leaving it, though. I refuse to fix it. Let's go. We have Frankfurt Union throwing a wrench in every war. We have world peace. No, we don't. We have Tennessee, Wyoming going to war with New Mexico and Idaho. This happens all the time. And that war just immediately stopped for the war between Tennessee, Arkansas, Nashville Union, and That's still Tennessee. To go to war with Wisconsin and Ohio? Ohio, what are you doing there, bud? Why are you at war? Tennessee seems to be pushing back Wisconsin along with Arkansas. It would appear that the Nashville Union, though, is not doing anything and has been taken out of the races. We have Rhode Island being eaten by Maine over here. Major war right over there. We have California going to war with Idaho and Oregon, and it appears to be beating Oregon. Rhode Island was conquered by Maine, which gives a huge advantage to Virginia in the northeast there. Ohio was conquered by Tennessee, leaving Michigan to be filled up by mostly South Dakota and a part of the St. Paul Union. Not looking good. It is not looking good. Nashville Union has decided to come back. It wants to wreak havoc. We're going to let it. The Operation Bismarck Alliance was disbanded completely. Lincoln Union and South Dakota reform an alliance. Oh, damn! Frankfurt Union is going to war with Carolina and Tennessee. It is no longer a war with Carolina and Tennessee. Wisconsin decides it wants to go to war with former allies here. And, yeah, it's not looking too good. Lincoln Union and South Dakota go to war with Wisconsin. Nashville Union decides to join in this war for whatever reason. Does it even have an alliance with them? No. It has an alliance with Virginia, so it doesn't even have an alliance with Wisconsin. It would appear that nobody wanted to deal with Wisconsin, besides maybe Nashville Union. Let's see what's going on there. Literally nothing, as soon as I click the button. Wisconsin is actually losing to Lincoln Union. Which kind of disproves my theory that I had earlier that they were just trying to protect their weakest link. Lincoln Union appears they wanted to kind of protect the world from Lincoln Union. Washington and North Dakota have formed an alliance. Fucking what? That has never happened. For the record, that has never even fucking happened. Washington and California have always been in an alliance together. This is fucking wild. Nashville Union is just fucking South Dakota's shit up. And Virginia is apparently in there too. Oh, Frankfurt Union is being eaten by Tennessee. It's done with its shit. Frankfurt Union was conquered by Tennessee. Virginia goes to war with Carolina and Tennessee. Florida is still doing... Utah comes back. Where the fuck did it go, and why is this a revolution in Tennessee? Utah is coming back. I'm only allowing it to come back because it's actually a full-blown state. Ohio also gets to come back because it's a full-blown state. However, this time, Oklahoma City. I never knew ya. Anyway, never happened. I don't know what you mean. As the old saying goes, Ohio is at war with Tennessee, and for some reason it's just losing. No. No, you can't lose immediately coming back, man. That's just not how it works. California joins Order of Santa Fe, along with Utah. Ohio becomes a puppet state of Tennessee. We all saw that shit coming. Washington is at war with Idaho and Oregon. And it's actually beating Oregon, which is understandable. Oregon was conquered by Washington. This is insane. We got this big war that's been going on for most of the time here. Kind of. We have Wisconsin going to war with South Dakota and Lincoln Union. I think Nashville Union got eaten up. I didn't notice. That's my fault. That's my bad. Can South Dakota reunite itself? Although it would completely surround Lincoln Union. I don't think so. I think Wisconsin is going to be pushing South Dakota. Lincoln Union is going to be pushing into Wisconsin, though. It seems like nothing much is going to come out of this other than a quick stalemate here, and Idaho is still eating up Washington like it is breakfast. This is going pretty well for almost like nobody. Ohio revolts against Tennessee, but Virginia decides to join in the fight, yoinking the land from Ohio along with Tennessee. I guess South Dakota gets some land from Ohio, but it's only because they had borders. Seems like Washington was reduced to basically its normal size. Looks like nothing fucking happened. Looks like nothing happened there. Montana has joined the Olympia Syndicate. That's just insane. Virginia goes to war with Maine, and it appears that Maine's winning. That's great. Great news. Great news. Another war, we have North Dakota going to war with South Dakota. Montana, North Dakota versus South Dakota. South Dakota is winning. North Dakota becomes a puppet state of South Dakota. That is not good. Not good. That's horrible, actually. That's awful, even. I'd argue that is pretty fucking bad. Tennessee and Arkansas go back to the war with Wisconsin. I'm telling you, man, no one liked Wisconsin. And that's what all of it was about the entire time. Why is this Wisconsin's capital? Hold on, I'm going to pause real quick. Why is this? Why is Chicago your capital? Why not pick, like... Okay. I mean, I guess Milwaukee, because, like, you know, it is right next to another dude, and that dude might not be your friend later. I get that. What is this? Who owns this one pixel? I guess no one. No one owned that one pixel. Until now. But yeah. So, this goes insane. All right. We have California and Idaho. Okay. California and Idaho versus Washington, Montana. Idaho, California, Utah. Wait. California, Utah, and New Mexico going to war with Wyoming. Yeah, there's quite a bit of a war going on here. There's quite a bit of war. It would appear, though, that Idaho is just fucking demolishing everyone it's fighting besides Wyoming. So, yeah. And Utah was conquered by Wyoming. That is actually scary for Idaho. Wyoming is very ugly. Wisconsin is finally just being fucked by Tennessee and Arkansas. Of course, Tennessee has to go to war with South Dakota. We are now getting the original war going on here. We have Wyoming, Tennessee, and Arkansas versus never mind. We have Arkansas, Tennessee versus Wisconsin. Just finish the job, man. They have moved their capital to Milwaukee. Wisconsin becomes a puppet state of Arkansas. This is a moment in history. Tennessee, Arkansas, Wyoming, Virginia went to war with South Dakota, and then North Dakota revolts, and then they stop. South Dakota actually did gain land in the east, but now it must gain land in the north. It's not going too good. It's not going too good for North Dakota. Maine is chipping away at Virginia. It looks like Virginia has just lost its power, man. We got Lincoln Union going to war with Wisconsin. Not anymore. We have South Dakota going to war with New Mexico. Let's go. North Dakota was conquered by South Dakota. This means we now have Dakota. And it has gone to war with Wyoming, Tennessee, Arkansas, and Virginia. It is just beating the fuck out of Virginia, though. Wyoming was conquered by Dakota. Yikes. Revolt in Dakota. Denver. Was that Morocco? Yes, it's Morocco. Morocco is Denver. Denver Union. It is unionizing. Yeah, Virginia's just losing. Tennessee is actually wrecking house here. I don't know if Arkansas is actually winning. If it's losing, but Virginia is definitely losing. Seems like Tennessee is the real true powerhouse here. Wisconsin actually did join in on the side of South Dakota. It's just not doing too good as it seems. New Mexico has decided it is time to fight Tennessee for whatever fucking reason. Let's look at the alliances here. We have quite a huge amount of alliances. St. Paul Union hasn't really joined one. Neither is Wisconsin. Denver Union and Maine remain to be the only ones without one. Exactly 2 more nations down. Completely out of the game. There will be no more revolutions. Because this goes on for forever without revolutions off. But it's fun. It's fun to watch. It's fun to commentate, too. Good afternoon. I'll think about it.
Okay, because we're going to be leaving in like a half an hour. Or soon. Between 20 minutes to 30 minutes.
Okay.
Letting me know within the next 10 or 15 minutes if you're going or not.
Okay.
Alright?
Okay. Alright, what happened while I was looking away? A whole lot of nothing, I guess. Denver Union became a puppet state. Dakota. Yeah. Yeah, I could see that. We got Tennessee versus New Mexico going on down there. And, God. Dakota's borders are just so bad. Virginia, you need to up your game. Massive revolt here. Indianapolis and St. Louis. St. Louis, you get to stay into the game, my friend. Let's see what flag you get. That one. Guinea-Bissau. I'm gonna assume I pronounced that right. If I didn't, let me know in the comments below. I will not be reading. I'm kidding. I will read. We're gonna rename you to the St. Louis Union, and you get to stay. You get to stay at St. Louis. Feel good about that. As for you, I don't know you. Go to war with fucking... Can I? Go to war. Fuck you. I don't like you. There you go. I do have to leave. So, I'm going to... Columbus? I'll buff Columbus. Yeah, I guess it could stay. We'll give it not Guatemala. I don't know what I clicked. Central African Republic. There you go. That's what you get, Columbus. And we'll make you a union. There you go. I'm gonna let this go for a little bit. But once that war ends, I'm going to save and I'm gonna go to a hockey game. I will pick this up at a later date. When this ends between these two, I'm gonna save, even if there's another one started here. Damn. Dakota is yeeting Denver Union, St. Paul. Wow. Dakota has become the evil. I don't think people just didn't like Wisconsin. I think they didn't like all of them because they were together. But it was mainly Dakota that nobody liked because, damn. Columbus Union's economy crashed. Well, that's wild. That is Columbus Union falling, connecting that piece of Dakota together, finally. And I'm going to save this here. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me just save history log, yes. Recorded States of America. All right. See you guys next time. Bye-bye.